Este serón con e de inacomputers.com. Otro video para ti hoy. Another technical video, help tips. This one deals with a Canon MX472 printer. The scanner quit working just out of nowhere. It just quit working. That's quite prevalent both with Microsoft Windows and Apple Macintosh operating system. So the solution, I won't cut to the solution yet. Nah, you don't deserve it. You motherfuckers on YouTube don't deserve it. But I shouldn't even be making these videos. I'm giving away all my tips and solutions that I would say probably most YouTube technology shills wouldn't talk about, and most of them are fake anyways. They don't have an IT background. They don't have an information technology background. They don't have to fix computer issues all day. Fuck no. They just make scripted videos, well, we're gonna build a cluster gaming unit for the 10th time. Okay. Let me read verbatim the question. And I can move that one down a little bit. I have a Pixma Canon 472 and the scan is normally working. Wireless. On the screen it said scan local USB. Not very good grammar. Sentences really aren't structured well, but that's what I just read to you. The scan was working perfectly until yesterday. Very common, very common. They were using Windows 8 microcrap, microship, microslop Windows operating system version 8. No, all worked normally, so printed from the personal computer, they could copy, they could scan. It's connected well and connected via WPS. That's a way that you can connect wirelessly from a device to a wireless router, printer to a wireless router. So the solution is that they had to reinstall the software. Very common. Microcrap, microslop, microshit, Windows XP, 7, 8, 10, Vista, and even Macintosh. The software updates. Oh yes, I know you Macintosh kiss asses. Mac and crap, you kiss Apple's ass because you think Apple products are superior to Windows. Nah, they're about the same on my preference. Well, with my experiences, they're about the same. They both suck. And Microsoft does fund Apple, and that's a fact. You can search it on the internet. About 10, 15 years ago, Microsoft paid Apple $100 million. They gave them $100 million in support. Anyways, it's not always Windows updates, it's not always Macintosh updates, but that's a culprit. That is I don't know what the percentages are, but that's anytime, especially on Windows 10, but any Windows operating system, you install an update and it will take out the printer. Same thing with Apple Macintosh, you know what I'm saying? But this deals with Microsoft Windows 8. I'm not sure exactly what fucked up this printer, the scanning tool, or it won't scan, but it could be a Windows update, it could be just Windows. Yeah, all of a sudden you will be printing your TPS report that's due in tomorrow at 8 a.m. and you'll be printing that TPS report for the 52nd straight week because you're a cubicle bitch, and it just doesn't work. So, and that's very common. Now, what you do is, number one, you want to go into apps and features, which is also Windows 8. You can also go into programs and features on Windows 8. I'm pretty sure. Windows 8 and Windows 10, I think, both have double menus. 2 menus. Just the knuckleheads at Microsoft, they don't use logic. They just use marketing, and they brainwash you into buying their garbage operating systems. But that's where I come in. So that you would remove the Canon software entirely, all of it. Just whatever is listed for your Canon Pixma 472, MX472. Remove it all. Then you go into either printers and scanners or devices and printers on Windows 8 and pray that Windows doesn't blow up, hence my ad hominem attack. And then you would make sure it was removed. If it's not removed, you go ahead and you manually remove the printer. The third step is you use a command called print UI space /T space /S2. Did you just hear that? Somebody made a noise so loud that I could feel my feet vibrate, and it was so loud that I think the condenser mic probably would have picked it up. I might have been talking at that same time, but I definitely think the condenser mic would have picked that noise up, and so I just got interrupted. That's it. That's all you have to do. I will demonstrate really quickly. I need to run. I don't want to make this video very long. And then I will include a link in the description box below of this YouTube video to the direct download link for the software. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove the software, and you're going to reinstall the full software and driver for this Canon Pixma 472. Everything. Because it also includes the scanner driver is probably proper English, and it also includes scanning software so that you can scan. So let me make sure everything's all good, and then I want to, okay, so quickly, first thing you do is you go into apps and features, and then you go in, and I don't have any printers installed, but just as an example, you could just one of these, just, you know what I'm saying, then you would just click on uninstall. So you want to uninstall your printer software for your Canon Pixma MX472, all of it. You know what I'm saying? I would just all pieces. There's going to be more than one entry listed, so you remove everything for that specific model of printer. Then the next thing you would go into is printers and scanners. So you can't really go there directly with a shortcut, so you just go here and you just make certain that the printer is removed. Now here's a tip. When you remove software on Windows operating system, sometimes the printer does not get removed from printers and scanners on Windows 10. Windows 8 would be, you could go to, well, this should be for Windows 8. Well, here, quickly. Okay, so you go programs and features, quickly. I gotta run. I got better things to do right now. Programs. Yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear that noise? I know you can get to programs and features on Windows 10. You know what? I think you might have to go to control panel. The old school control panel. Then what you do in here is you go into programs and features. There we go. And then you would look for your printer, highlight it to select it, click on install, and you remove all the printer software. And then that is supposed to remove it from devices and printers, but it does not always. So then you would just type in devices. God damn it! Come on, I gotta run. So there's the devices and printers. So on Windows 8, you could go into there. I think Windows 8, I could be wrong, but it's kind of hybrid. It's kind of similar to Windows 10. There's an apps and features, programs and features. There's also a printers and scanners, devices and printers. I think maybe it's Windows 8.1, but whatever. So I showed you how to do it either way. So then you would make certain that the printer is removed. So, like I just gave you the tip. Sometimes when you remove the printer software, it is supposed to remove the printer from either devices and printers or printers and scanners. Windows 8, Windows 10, sometimes it does not. So then you would select, and then you would remove the device. Or in Windows 10, you would, well, I don't need to be giving you instructions for Windows 10. You know what I'm saying? Windows 10, it would be manage and then remove printer. You know what I'm saying? All right. So then you would remove it manually, and then it would be gone. The third step is, in my opinion, the most important step. So pay attention. And the command is the same. It's the same on Windows 7 and I think even Windows Vista and maybe Windows XP, but let's just stick to Windows 8. So you would right click, select run, and then type in print UI /T//S2. Click OK. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I tend to. I always copy and paste it, so we'll just get it. We'll grab it. I should have put it in my clipboard, and I use it so often that we'll just do it this way. Come on. Come on. 11 minutes, I gotta run. And then, whoops. God damn it. Click on run. Bam. Copy, paste. Print UI /S//T2. Click OK. Boom. It takes you to the printer server properties and then the drivers tab. It always takes you to the drivers tab as long as you type in that command the way I just gave it to you. Then, hypothetically, your printer might still be listed. Now, most times when you remove the printer software, it gets removed. I don't know why my little video box is I might have to fix that. It's not all the way I want it. I don't know why that is. I might be able to fix it right now. I don't script my videos, so I just have to lock and I have to move it. There we go. Yeah, I don't. Or you know why? I know why. Anyways, I think I did that because so you can see the taskbar all the way to the right. All right. Sometimes when you remove the software from Windows 8, it does not remove it from devices and printers. You know what I'm saying? If it does not remove it from devices and printers, then that driver does not get removed. Sometimes you have to manually remove the printer from devices and printers, or printers and scanners on Windows 10. And it should remove the printer driver, but guess what? It does not always. That's why the print UI command can be extremely important. It's quick back and forth, walking back and forth. We got one. We might have one. They're very loud too. I think that my condenser mic picks up a lot of these noises. So I'm going to be monitoring, and there's lunatics in this hotel that just walk back and forth. Drug addicts, typical Americans, drunks, drunkards, drug addicts, just piece of shit millennials that have nothing better to do. Typical Americans. Sometimes the printer driver does not get removed. Even if you manually remove the printer from devices and printers, it's still installed on your system. Well, the printer driver can get corrupt. It can become corrupted. And so that's why this command is very important. So let me demonstrate the rest. I don't have a printer driver to demonstrate, and I don't think I want to remove any of these. What you would do is you would select one, which would be the printer driver for your Canon Pixma MX472. Make sure it's the right printer. Double check. You don't want to remove a printer driver for a printer, a different printer. Oh yes, you can install multiple printers on a computer, even Windows, even Winblows. You know what I'm saying? So you would select your Canon Pixma MX472 printer, and then you would click on remove. And then you want to choose the second one, remove driver and driver package. What that does is it removes the driver and the package. Sometimes the package gets corrupt, which would be in the cache. There's a driver cache on Windows, and so you want to make sure you remove both. And quickly, there could be two errors you might receive. You might receive one where it says that the INF file could not be deleted. I ignore that one. I wouldn't worry about that one as long as the driver gets removed. Then what you would do is you would click OK, and then you would say yes, click on yes, and then you want to click delete. You have to click the delete button, but I'm not going to because I don't want to remove that driver. You would click delete, and then this is where you might get one of two errors. The second error, you might get an access denied. I still need to look into that one because it could be that you're not logged in with administrator rights, or it could be a funky Microsoft error. I've noticed it on my customers' computers. Like I said before, if the INF file does not get deleted, who cares? Just ignore that. It's not a big deal. If you get the second error, access denied, restart your computer. I'm giving you the gold tips that a computer technician would know. I know the YouTube technology shills, they don't like to give out any real world tips and fixes and troubleshooting help probably because most of them are not real computer technicians. They have scripted videos, and you can, if you're smart, you can watch their eyes. He made another noise. If you're smart, you can watch their eyes, and they're probably reading off a teleprompter because that video is probably completely scripted. Alright. If you get the second error, access denied, or when you do try to delete the driver and package, it won't let you delete it. Sometimes it won't let you delete it. It'll be grayed out. Restart your computer. Close everything. Restart your computer. Don't start anything. Don't open anything. Just restart Windows 8, log in, and then the first thing you want to do is go into Print UI, and then this time try to delete it. A lot of times you'll get a driver is in use. If it won't let you delete the driver, it'll tell you driver is in use. And that's where you have to restart the computer. And sometimes you have to restart the computer in safe mode, but I think I'll leave that for future videos. So I'm getting into my catalog. I have like over 80 video templates. I have 80 computer issues that I fixed, and it fixed the issue for my end users, and I received compensation. I have a big backlog of 80, and some of these are going to become repetitive, so you know what I'm saying? Any other quick tips? Yeah, just restart the computer if you can't delete the driver, and then now make sure it disappears. What'll happen is the driver will no longer be listed. It'll say successful. Hopefully, sometimes it does say successful, sometimes it says the INF file couldn't be deleted, but who cares? I don't care about that. And then it'll disappear. That's it. And then you just go and reinstall the software, the full driver and software. And I will include a link in the description box below to the Canon Pixma MX472 full driver and software download. And then download it to your computer, double click to start the install, and follow along. Do not connect your printer, even Canon. Don't connect your printer until the software prompts you to. It'll prompt you to it. Well, it has to, because and it'll ask you, do you want to connect wireless or USB or Ethernet? And my customer followed my instructions to a T. I have them down perfectly. I don't need to rewrite them. They followed my instructions. They're scripted. I don't script my videos, but I have templates. Look, it saves me a lot of time. I go all day long. It's a numbers game. All day long I just go through our ticket list, and I just scan to see what problems I can fix, and then most times I just copy and paste, because I've got it down to a T. And so as long as my customers follow my instructions to a T, A lot of times it fixes their problems, and this is one of them. They followed my instructions, they followed what would be in this video, and guess what? They were able to scan, and I received compensation because they, I don't give out direct. If you notice, I leave out a lot of details because I don't trust you motherfuckers on YouTube. You're never going to find out what website I work for because I'm not that fucking stupid. I mean, for fuck's sakes, computer technicians on YouTube now are getting swatted. They're getting swatted. If you don't know what that term means, is that some fucking asshole or some bitch lies and calls the police and claims that there's a homicide occurring. And some of these computer technicians were on a live stream. They were live streaming, and then all of a sudden the Gestapo showed up. So I don't trust any Americans. I don't even know why I'm giving out advice. I really am mentally ill. And you're taking advantage of me. You better take advantage of my mental illness while it lasts. Adios.